Hi, everyone. Welcome to the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Aggie Advising. Get to know your major and your college. We're super excited that you made it here today for our webinar, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so congratulations again on making it to your webinar and welcome. Before we get started, just a few things we wanted to share with you about Zoom, which is the webinar platform that we're using today. You'll probably want to play around a little bit with Zoom. So first you should know, as attendees, your video is off and you are muted. So definitely if you have questions today, we want you to use a chat function to ask those questions. And this will help us keep a record of your questions. We also have some advisors who are working sort of behind the scenes that will be able to answer your questions. And so just so you know, attendees will see your questions and they'll also see your answers. And so that's totally okay. We just want you to know that they can see those. And joining me today is Bianca. And Bianca is going to focus on the GDB major portion today. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment to introduce ourselves. And so we're going to go through and share our name and what we do in the department, how we support students, and a fun fact about ourselves. And I'm going to have Bianca go ahead and get started.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Bianca Redoute. I am an advisor in the Global Disease Biology Advising Office. And we support students with all sorts of major requirements, major, classes and course schedules and academic scheduling and all of that, but also with the practicum project and supporting you through that process and how to find research and all of that. That's something that we're very passionate about. It's a very big component of our major, and we love to help you with that. And a fun fact about me is I last year went swimming with whale sharks.
That's amazing. That's definitely on my bucket list to swim with sharks. That is absolutely amazing. I love that so much. Thank you so much for sharing, Bianca. I'm so glad to be here with you today. So welcome everyone. My name is Tracy Beeslin. I work as an academic advisor in the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Dean's Office. And I support students all the way from when students are expressing interest in coming to UC Davis and coming to the College of Ag and have questions about what can you do with the College of Ag and what kind of majors are there. I also support students in orientation, students, freshmen, sophomores, all the way through graduation, helping students navigate all the wonderful resources available at this top research institution, and just answer any general questions that students have, ultimately with the goal of graduating and having just a really positive experience at Davis. A fun fact about me is, I was just sharing this with Bianca, is when I was a lot younger, I used to make baskets. It was sort of my hobby for about 3 years. I made egg baskets and bread baskets, and I haven't done this sort of thing in a long time, but being in the pandemic still and all, it's just kind of got me thinking it would be a really cool thing to get started with again. So that is my fun fact. And again, we're so happy to be here. So happy that you made time today out of your day to be here. And we're going to go ahead and go off camera so you can really focus on the content of the presentation. And then we'll come back on camera for Q&A. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. Just keep in mind, you can use a chat to answer and ask your questions. And we're looking forward to sharing our presentation with you today. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and go into your College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences network of support. And so we want you to know that as a college, you have a wealth of opportunities to get connected and to get support during your time at UC Davis. So I'm going to first focus on the Dean's Office, which is my office. And so we can help with all sorts of things in terms of major exploration. So sometimes students think, I'm not quite sure what I want to do for a double major, or maybe I want to add a minor, or maybe I want to change my major, or, kind of just figuring out different career options with their major. We also cover university, general education, and college requirements, so helping students navigate what it is students have to complete in order to meet those graduation requirements. There's a lot of college policies and procedures that we can help you with, and just basic general questions you have about anything at UC Davis. Peer advisors are a wonderful resource. Bianca used to be a wonderful peer advisor within our college, which is just really, really, really valuable. Peer advisors are students that are within our programs that have gone through these majors, and they can give you a student perspective. So we encourage you to meet with peer advisors for either drop-in appointments or pre-scheduled appointments. Faculty advisors are another wonderful resource. So faculty advisors are your professors who are teaching your classes. They're really the experts in the content that they're teaching. So maybe you want to get connected to a research opportunity with a faculty, or maybe you just want to sort of dive a little bit deeper into the content that they're teaching. And so we want you to definitely reach out to your faculty. And especially if you have questions or if you have any concerns about your progress in the class, we want you to reach out to your faculty right away for support. And then major advisors are another fantastic resource at UC Davis within the college. And so they can really help you get into what are those major requirements that you need in order to graduate? How do you plan your schedule? So what do you take your first quarter as a first year student at UC Davis? What kinds of opportunities are there to get involved? And we'll hear a little bit about that from Bianca today. And then really connecting with the faculty in the department. So we want you to know that you have a lot of very valuable support within our college specifically.
Yes, and we advisors, major advisors, have all the nitty-gritty information about your actual major, all the little bit of details that you need for major requirements. We are the people to go to because we have all of those details. So this is the rest of our advising team. I am one of the advisors. Dr. Rizzo is our department chair. He's heavily involved with how the program runs, how the program is developed, and how it's designed to teach you all of the learning outcomes that we'll see later on in this presentation. Dr. Laveau is our master advisor, which just means he is the authority for all things Practicum Project, which is the research project that all of our students complete. He is more than happy to help with all things practicum and all things research. And you should have met both of them in our decision webinars previously. If you have not, you can go back and watch them and meet them in person or virtually, I guess. And down here we have our pre-advisors, Indira, Michelle, and Raf. And like Tracy said, these are excellent resources for students because they are going through the same courses that you have planned in your schedule for the next year or two, and they can give you tremendous insight into how it all works together, how they're doing in the courses, what courses to pair with which other ones. They are excellent resources and they can relate to you much better usually than we can being out of school for a while. So they're excellent resources. So let's talk about the global disease biology major, which I'm sure you're all very excited about. Our major is founded on this principle of One Health, which is the interconnection of people, animals, plants, and the environment. The idea that all of the health of these factors are interconnected. And the way that we approach that is very collaborative. And our global disease biology program kind of mimics that collaboration. We have a collaboration between the School of Medicine, the School of Veterinary Medicine, the Department of Plant Pathology, which is the department that houses the major, and multiple other majors across campus. So we really model the One Health approach here for all of you as you are learning this One Health Foundations. And what you can expect to learn with this major is you'll see impacts of diseases, whether it's societal at a global level or personal. You will definitely learn the science behind discoveries and how they happen through all of your scientific process in your research and your courses. And you'll learn a little bit about diagnosis, treatment, and how to prevent diseases. We all need to know how to prevent the next COVID. I hope that we have lots of students coming out with those skills So with this major, students can really follow their hearts with their passion. We have students that have gone into health policy and health law. So they use this science base that they have with the major and use it to go into the more law and policy side of public health. There are students that go into the, I guess, what you would more traditionally think of as public health, which is more community involvement and teaching. We definitely have students that go into healthcare and medicine, not just medical school, but also, healthcare administration. We have students going to different medical professions as well, like nursing, physical assistant, physician assistant, physical therapist, and all of that, in all sorts of capacities as well. Some of them are more academic research oriented, some of them are more actual healthcare oriented. Plenty of our students go into food safety and food health. Some of them go into environmental health and do field work. And of course, some of them also go into grad school and end up doing academic research. They go into PhD programs where they will continue to hone their skills in research that they started with this major, with the practicum project. So there's tons of options, and depending on how you choose your courses for this major, you can kind of become an expert in whatever field interests you the most. So a very quick glance at what the major is about. These are some of the core courses that make the global disease biology major unique. So GDB 90 is a course that all of you will take within your first year as a GDB student. It gives you kind of a glance of, what is the GDB major? What can I do with it? What have students done with it before? And Dr. Rizzo, who is our department chair, teaches this course, and he's very passionate about meeting each and every one of you. So you will meet him within the year. SAS 13 is another course that you will take probably within your first couple of quarters here at UC Davis. It's another intro course to our major. Whether you're a freshman or a transfer coming in, you will take both of these courses pretty quickly, and you will be able to kind of get a head start into what the major is about. And then you have all of these upper division courses listed here to look forward to that make this major unique. Plus the research practicum and the electives that will make this very, very unique to your interests. And we will talk about this more at a future webinar and with future information. We can get into more details about this. It's also on our website if you want to digest this information a little bit more slowly. But these are just a few things that you can look forward to as a GDB student. So this is a sample schedule for freshmen, and I say sample because we have a lot of students that have very different schedules depending on what their goals are, depending on their placement tests, their background in either community college or high school. So this is a sample schedule. Most of our students take chemistry and math their first year, and then hopefully SAS 13. And we encourage you to take a first year seminar to explore your interests. There's a ton of seminars that will most likely match with your interests, and this is an excellent way to kind of build community within those interests that you have. And we have a list of those that we can get into when we meet one-on-one or when we go over different major requirements later on. Placement tests are needed for chemistry and math. So you will need to take those. Go back to Aggie one-on-one modules if you don't know what the placement tests are. They have a ton of information there about those. That's just a note. You will need placement tests for chemistry and math. And here's a sample schedule for transfers. And even more so with transfers than with freshmen, your schedules will look vastly different because it depends on your background in community college and what requirements you've done. So this is a sample. Hopefully we'll get you into GDB 90 and SAS 13 within the year, but sometimes it looks a little bit different depending on what your requirements are coming into the major. So now that we have all this information, what happens? here are some steps for you. And as I talk through this, you're welcome to snap a picture. So you have all the little steps. The first thing will be to complete Aggie 101. And these modules will give you a base of all the information that you need, kind of university requirements. It'll talk about placement tests for chemistry and math. It'll give you just that base knowledge that you will need. Then you'll go into OASIS and fill out your Aggie Advising Prep questionnaire. It's under Forms and Petitions, that tab in OASIS. And you'll fill that out just with any questions that you had about Aggie 101, questions that you want to ask us on our meeting together, questions that you want clarifications on and everything like that. It's just for us to get the best out of our one-on-one meeting. Then you'll go on Schedule Builder and check for your Pass 1 date and time. There is a specific date and time for each student, so it's important that you check that so you can register as soon as you can. And then if you get lost with all of these steps, you can go to our website and we will have a checklist there for incoming students. So if you go on our website, there will be a tab for incoming students, and then you can click on that checklist and kind of go through all the steps that way, so you can keep track of everything that you have to do. And again, the reason why we do this is because we want to get the most out of our one-on-one time with you. And so instead of coming to our one-on-one time and having to give you all this information, it's best that you've already kind of soaked in the information, and then you can ask questions and we can get into more personalized advising for you. And that personalized advising will happen at our Aggie Advising appointment, which you'll make through appointments.ucdavis.edu. Again, you can snap a picture of this if you'd like to. The earliest you can make an appointment for Aggie Advising will be June 21st, and the last day will be July 31st. So if you need a little bit more time to complete your Aggie 101, that's okay. We have till July 31st to do these Aggie Advising appointments. But do remember that you want to meet with us one-on-one before your registration time. So for freshmen, that will be early August 2nd to 4. And for transfers, it'll be a little later in August 16th to 18th. And again, you will have a specific date and time for these pastimes. So make sure to check on Schedule Builder. And if this is overwhelming to you, you can go on our GDB website and check on that checklist, and we'll have all of these links for you there. And I'm going to pass it over to you, Tracy.
Thank you so much, Bianca. And it just sounds like GDB is such a wonderful major to explore. I love hearing about all the different career pathways that students take and how they can get connected with you and your office prior to starting their classes in the fall. And I just want all of you to know that you have some really, really great support in the GDB major and within the college as well. And so now that you've learned all about advising and how to get connected with your major advisor and the dean's office, which we'll talk about our contact information as well, we want to encourage you to get involved specifically with the college. And so there are a lot of ways to do this during your time at UC Davis, and it doesn't just have to be for your first quarter. So the UAP Dean's Office does offer fun opportunities for new students to engage with our staff advisors, and our peers. So that'll be peer advisors as well as peers of students in your major or students across college. Our Aggie Ambassadors program gives students a chance to participate in community service and outreach while promoting the college in itself. So it's a really great leadership opportunity. In the top left photo, our Aggie Ambassadors are participating in outreach to high school students at the Future Farmers of America event. So they have those really nice Aggie polos, and so representing the college and, you know, building community there. We also have our Career Discovery Group program, and it allows new College of Ag students like yourself to get a head start in really exploring different career paths. So thinking about, you know, what it is that you want to do with your major. I know Bianca shared all those really wonderful opportunities. And so kind of thinking about, you know, and working with a campus mentor in terms of what it is that you'll do with the major. Another great opportunity in the college is our Manners organization. It's known as Multiculturalism in Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Related Sciences. And this is where students can take part in promoting diversity in the field of agriculture. So that's a really, really great student group that has been in existence for quite a bit of time now. And all of these programs just really offer a unique way for new students like yourself to get involved with the college. And sometimes you can even register for units, which is super helpful. So registering for those units, getting to know your peers, getting some leadership opportunities is a really great way to get involved in the college. And we also have some other breaks throughout the year, like study break. We have our dean there in the middle and some staff and students. We provide some refreshments when you're trying to get through those finals, doing a little study break. Come by and say hi. Slice of Advising, where we offer pizza. And so you have an opportunity to just mingle and have some food. And we do events like Coffee with the Dean. And so you can definitely follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and just check your email, and we post those events there. So we wanted to wrap up today sharing with you our contact information, and we encourage you to also take a picture of this screen. So the UAP Dean's office is located in 150 Marac Hall. It's kind of funny because GDB is in 150 Hutchison Hall, so very similar there. We have a general front desk email that you are welcome to use. It's caseadvising@ucdavis.edu. That's where you can contact our front desk support Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have a phone number and then the website. And so, like I mentioned before, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And then GDB Advising, again, 150 Hutchison Hall. They have their general email and their telephone number and website and their Facebook page as well, which is super exciting. So we're going to go ahead and just turn our cameras on just for one moment. And thank you for making the time today to attend this webinar, to learn about global disease biology, to get super excited for the upcoming year. We are so excited to meet you over Zoom, in person. We want to wish you congratulations on your acceptance to UC Davis. We hope that you have a wonderful first year.
Yes, welcome.
Okay, take care, everyone.